Mario, Ruby, let's go. Let's go.
Come on, let's have a candid conversation. Let's talk about it. Just bring it up, we got hope and love.
Yeah.
It's all about you and your well-being. The candid conversation show. Let's go. Let's talk about
Hey,
it.
let's walk it out. Let's talk, walk it out.
It's all about you.
Let's walk it out. Let's talk.
Thank you for joining us for another Candid Conversation. My name is Muriel.
And my name is Ruby.
Just because you see us smile does not mean everything is perfect. We all have a story. On the show, we discuss topics that are unspoken and taboo in our community. We are so excited to have a candid conversation with Violine Mares-Marc, our Haitian sister. We will be discussing family, business, and mental health.
Violine, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, ladies.
We're so happy that you're here.
I am so excited to be here
Good, very
with
good.
my sister.
That's
Yes.
right. That's right. You bring beauty.
Yes.
You bring beauty to the
I bring
studio,
beauty.
girl.
I'm drawing beauty to the studios as well. So,
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here with you, girls.
Yes.
So are we.
Thank you,
so
thank
are
you.
we.
Let's start chatting.
Yes.
Let's talk
have a-
about it.
Let's have a
talk about
candid
it.
conversation.
Let's just have a talk.
But you know what?
Yes.
We always lead the show with asking the guests to tell us a little bit about their childhood because we honestly believe that our childhood shapes who we become as adults. Wouldn't you agree?
Definitely agree with that one. But yeah, yes, my name is Violine, Violine Mares-Marc, maiden name.
You say it so well.
Yes.
It sounds so good.
Violine Mares-Marc. People do
Butcher it.
butcher it
Yes.
a lot. So there was a time where I had to really, all the time correcting people, especially with my first name. Then I got to a point where I was like, okay, well, that's not
Yeah.
their fault. It's
Yes,
okay.
it's not.
They didn't give me the
They
name.
give me the name. If you can now say it, just at least the first letter.
V.
That's it.
V.
Yes.
They call me V. So a lot of people now call me V
That's
or
right.
VO, so I'm okay with that too. But yeah, so my childhood was a little bit interesting.
Okay.
Not so much in a bad way.
Okay.
Interesting. So there was bad, there was ups and downs. Come from Haiti.
Yes.
Okay.
Raised,
All right.
born, raised in Haiti.
What part?
Laguna.
Okay.
Ile de Laguna. All right. So we are by ourselves. You basically had to get to a boat or to an airplane to get to where
get
we
to-
are.
Yes.
It's a beautiful,
Beautiful.
place. Like a lot of people don't, especially the government in Haiti, they don't talk about it. They use, as a matter of fact, they leave us in the back burner. So, but we are here.
Okay.
This is where I was
Beautiful.
born.
I don't
Yeah.
think we've ever been there.
No, I
No,
haven't.
I mean, we are here. Like I said, a lot of people know about us, especially the government in Haiti. They don't really, reach out to us as far as financially to help the Laguna. But we as a community, we help each other in Laguna.
Okay.
We do what we need to do to get the city the way what it needs to be.
Okay.
Especially we like literally on the water. So we try to keep it for what it is.
Yes.
The beauty that it is. But yeah, so come from Haiti. Was born and raised in Haiti, Laguna. I have 7 siblings.
7.
Wow.
7.
That's a big family.
Yes, it is.
Huge. As a matter of fact, it would have been 8. So my eldest sister
Okay.
died
Oh.
the day
sorry
that I
to hear
was
that.
born.
What?
Wow.
Sorry to hear that.
She was 16 years old.
Isn't that something?
And at the same time, my mom having me, and she's having
Oh, what conflict. How did you, ooh.
What happened? Oh,
She's
wow.
happy and she's sad. It's
she's
like,
happy and sad at the same time. So a lot of people say I kind of replaced her somehow, but from what I heard, she was a beautiful girl,
Yeah.
beautiful girl.
So were you.
Thank you. But so 7 siblings. I am the third of the girls.
Okay.
3 girls and 4 boys, and my parents basically literally flee the country, of Haiti and then to coming in the U.S.
Okay.
Making sure that they were,
Right.
having a better life.
I
for
understand.
What, for what it is that they wanted for us.
They
So
made a
left-
sacrifice.
They made a
Yes.
sacrifice, like a lot of,
A lot of them
immigrants
do.
does,
Mhm.
where they want their children to be better than what
Absolutely.
they,
Of
what
course.
they have.
Of course.
And my parents did that for us. And so my childhood, basically, again, my mom left me in Haiti. My parents left me in Haiti when I was
Okay.
3 years old.
3.
So from 3 years old up to 11 years old, that's when I met them for the very first time.
At 11 years
Well,
old.
what was
11
that
years
like?
old.
What was that experience? Were you
Oh.
scared? Did y'all connect?
The thing is that when I was in Haiti at that time, from 3 to 11, when I recognized that my birth parents are not with me, it wasn't a bad experience that much because I was with my grandmother.
Okay.
Basically, I was with both grandmother in a way, but in a household, I was with my dad, mother,
Okay.
and aunts.
Okay.
My dad cousins.
So it's
which-
family,
which-
close
still
family.
So we were, for the first 10 years or so, I was with them.
Okay.
So my grandmother showed me love, so she showed all of us love. So
Okay.
as far as taking care of me that way, I had that. But when it was as far as communication with my parents, it was back then it was through cassette.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Man, I
used to-
remember cassettes.
Yes,
My
yes.
goodness.
They used to record it because they didn't have their green card then.
Yes.
So they came in. My dad came first. Actually, my dad came in 1989.
Okay.
No, 1982. I'm sorry, 1979. I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
My dad came in 1979, and he came in for the first 2 years by himself.
Right.
And then he was doing what he needed to do, and then he started. For what I found out, that he was missing us. He was missing my mom.
Of course.
So he went back home without his green card.
Oh.
So basically, he deported himself.
Yes.
right?
Oh.
So then they came back. My mom and him together came back in
Very good.
1980.
Okay.
They
He
came
brought
back
her with
again,
him.
Brought her with him. So even at the time, I didn't even know I didn't know because I was still a child then. So I didn't even understand what was that.
What was happening.
And they had no clue.
Right.
But yeah, so then being from the first from 3 to 11 with my grandmother and my aunt and my siblings. So I didn't know nothing. I was
Of
just
course.
living.
Yeah.
I was being taken care of basically.
Right. Okay.
Then from that time, from 11 to 17, my parents came to Haiti for the very first time when I was 11 or 12 or so.
Okay.
And I met them for the very first
To
time.
What was
reunite.
it like?
How does it feel as
Yeah.
a 3-year-old? I mean, even though you had love from your grandmother and your aunts,
Aunts
and
and cousins.
family members, but how is it as a 3-year-old from 3 to 11 not having your natural born parents with you?
Well,
Did you know any different?
That's
from
the
you?
challenge thing. That's the thing that's the thing that's always haunting me because I was like, okay, and I'm one that now the older I get,
Yes.
my long-term memory is getting
Yes.
it's better than my short-term.
Okay.
But I mean, my older sister will vouch for that too. She always say, "You don't remember nothing when you were little." I don't remember nothing when I
Right.
was
I
little.
don't either.
That don't really don't. I can say now from 18 and up, I remember, but
Right.
from 18 down, I
Forget
don't
it.
remember much. I don't remember much. So, but I just don't. I don't know what it is as far as suffering. But emotionally,
You were at a loss.
Yes,
You
definitely.
were feeling a loss.
yeah, I was feeling it when I met them first time.
Of course.
Because the way that it wasn't, oh my God, that's my parents. Oh my God, yes.
Right.
And one other thing that happens to me that I don't even think I ever shared it with my siblings either or anybody else in my family member. I remember when they came in the first time, they came with my younger sister.
Okay.
So I was 11, 12, right? And my younger sister, we're 9 years apart. I mean, 6 years apart, I'm sorry. We're 6 years apart, right? So they came to Haiti with her. She was born here in the States, so they came to Haiti with her.
Okay.
And all this time, thought I was the youngest. I thought I was the baby,
Right.
right?
No.
So when they came to Haiti with her, and I see where they're giving this little girl all this affection, right?
That's
and
your sister.
And she's American somehow, you know what I mean? She's American. 'Cause
Right.
usually, the kids that's born here,
Right.
When they go to Haiti, it's like a diamond, like
They're shining.
shining. Like if you're not, you gotta
got
take
the
care of
US
them.
on you.
Yes. So it was kind of like that for my younger sister, but I was like, oh, why am I not being treated as the baby? I
Right.
thought I was the baby all this time.
Who does she think she
Like,
is?
who does she think she is? So that was me when I first met them.
Right. It's understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, ooh. Since then, that's when I start feeling the difference between the love my mom gave me
And the love
versus her and my older sister.
Okay,
It
I
started
understand.
there.
It was a
And
change.
then
Yeah.
It was a change.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't know if it hits me as, hard, emotionally hard or whatever, but as far as regrets in a way, I'm like, why I was not still the baby?
The baby.
I wanted still to be the baby, you know?
That baby position was
that
taken
baby
away
was
from you.
taken away from me, you know? And that was my first time meeting her too.
Right.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, because I was 11 and then she was what? We were 6 years apart, so she was what? 4? 3 or 4? Or so. So that was my first time meeting her for the first time as well. So yeah, so then my parents, and then from that time on, once they come to, for the first time to Haiti, basically they got their green card. So now I was seeing them a little bit more often. So they would come every 3 months, every
Okay.
6 months.
Oh, good.
And when they would come, they would spend a month with us.
Very
And
nice.
so I was getting used to them
Yes,
that way.
good.
But before that, it was just to cassette.
Yeah.
Hearing the voices, and then
Right.
they hear our voices to cassette, and sending us pictures and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then, so when it was time for them to have us coming into the state, at 17 years old, came in here to the state, and it was a life changing.
Of course.
It was
Total difference.
and it was basically my time with them under the same roof.
Yes.
Right. To
You know,
bond with them.
bond
Yes,
with
to get to know
them,
who they
to
are.
get to know who they are, get to know me
Yes,
as
Right.
a child that
absolutely.
they left behind.
Right.
And it was just it was beautiful. It was
Yeah.
overwhelmed.
Of
Yes,
course.
yeah.
It was stressful.
Yes.
Um,
Who are these people? We know
Yeah.
they're my parents.
Right.
I know they're my parents.
Right.
But who are they?
who
Yeah.
are they, right?
I grew up most of my life without
Without
them.
them.
Right.
But
you
maybe
know?
that's why they treated the little sister different, because she was there with them and
Yeah.
you were not.
She was.
You know,
she was
did
there
you
with
ever-
them.
yeah.
My older sister basically she was 5 and I was 3
Yeah.
when they left. So the two of us came together.
Good.
There was 6 of us in Haiti. When it was time for us to come, we come by pair.
Okay.
So it was every 2 years. It was 2 of us came into the state.
Okay,
So
good.
1995. So we came in at 17, living in the same household with my parents. Yeah, it was like I said, it was
An adjustment.
an adjustment.
Yes.
And the only thing that I can say that I start to see was kind of hurtful to me is seeing the love that my mom shared between me and my older sister and my
Okay.
younger sister.
It was all different.
It was all different. Now the fact that I'm in the same household with you for the first time, at 17 years old, and especially in Haiti, at 17, you're a grown woman.
Right?
Like a grown,
Yes.
fully whole woman, So, but at the same time, I had this, inner child in me that I wanted, my parents to see that I'm
That's
still
right.
a child.
Yeah.
Right. The
And
child
not
they left behind.
Yeah.
I'm not 3
behind.
anymore.
Right.
You're not
so,
3.
So I didn't see that, especially my mom, I didn't see that she noticed that. Or if she did, she didn't show it.
Show it.
Okay.
So that's one thing that I would say that I regret as far as my childhood to my adulthood, that my mom didn't show me as much
Love.
affection
and
Affection that
and
you
love
looked
that
As you
for.
she
expected.
showed,
You
that I
expected it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You thought
Yes.
things were going to be different.
Correct. But my dad was different.
He showed you.
He showed it. That's why now until last year when he passed,
I'm so sorry.
it was.
Yeah.
Thank you. When he passed, it was just
It was a big loss.
it was a
It's
big
a
loss.
huge
Yeah.
loss.
Like
Mhm.
obviously my mom was a big loss too, but
Right.
the relationship that I had with my dad
Was
was
different.
so different.
He was basically more nurturing.
Yes, he
Yes.
was. He
Yeah.
was.
And you
Paid
expected that
attention
I
from her.
expected it from both
You
of them,
yeah.
and I expected from her the most as
a mother.
As a mother. But no doubt about that, she did not love me.
Of
She
course.
Of course.
loves
Right.
me. She loved us like
Yes.
she did.
Yes.
But the fact that at 3 I'm a baby. I need that the mother bonding
Yes.
at that time, and I didn't have it. So obviously at 17 it's different. but I still want to see
You still wanted to see
Something.
the fact that you were giving it to the other two, and you wasn't giving it to me.
I'm here now.
Yeah, it
I'm
made you
here.
feel some type of way.
And the one thing that that had said to my mom then,
Mm-hmm.
when I was seeing the difference between my older sister and my younger sister, was like, was I adopted? And she slapped.
Oh. Yeah. Oh my God.
And that was the first time she put her hands on me.
He's
Really?
like, what?
And
I
what
can't
did you
believe
what'd you
it.
say?
I said, was I adopted, Mom? Because I don't understand.
man.
You know, why are you treating me differently than
Than
them?
the others,
Like, was
yeah.
I adopted or something? Like, what is
She
going
took offense
on?
to that.
She took
Right.
offense
Yes.
to that. She slapped me. There was and then it was just me and her and my dad at the house at that time when I had the conversation with her. And she slapped me.
Yeah. The same thing happened with Ruby. She asked
Yeah.
that question too to my parents.
I didn't get slapped though.
Oh, yeah, she slapped me. Yeah, she did. And my mom was the one person that would do that. And she did that. She slapped me for for saying something like that to her. It was very hurtful, but yet I was coming from a place of hurt.
Of course, of
You know, I was
course.
coming from a place of I wanted the intention
Yeah.
from you. I wanted
Right.
the affection from you. I wanted that all this time that I missed.
I wanted to get
I
that all.
wanted to get and my older sister missed that, but she's getting that.
Did you feel different? You felt different from all the brothers and sisters, or just the
my
sisters?
sisters.
Okay.
Yeah, because my brothers they were already way
Okay.
like gone.
Okay.
And for them, they said some type of relationship with my parents because they were older.
Of
Right,
course.
remember
So
the oldest sister, the
she
first
was
child,
she was
is the
6.
oldest.
Yes.
So think about it. Your parents have a little bit more time to
Of
spend
course.
Yeah,
with you.
she did.
And then the baby, and so here
The baby
she
was
is,
right there with them.
Yeah.
and here
you
she
were
is.
not. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like I said, the eldest died when I was born. She was already
Right,
16 years
My
old.
goodness.
So my second older, which is my older brother, he was what? Because we were all 2 years apart. So he was 14. 14, 12, 10, 8, 6. So they
My
kind
God.
of had a kind of relationship with my parents then
Right.
versus me, you know.
There's
so-
nothing like a mother's love. The
Nothing
bottom,
like it.
bottom line is there's nothing like a mother's love.
Yeah, I agree.
Honestly, the
I
mother
agree.
that has carried you for 9 months.
I agree.
You know, there's nothing like it.
Nothing like
And
it.
you just thought the experience was going to be different.
Different, yeah. But y'all had a unique situation, so that's probably why it presented itself that way.
Yes, I believe
correct.
that. That's exactly what it
Basically that's what it was. Because I would say that will be the only thing as far as growing up that I felt, as far as
that you were missing.
that I missed.
So as an adult,
Yeah.
do you feel you're missing out on a huge part of your life? Do you feel something's missing? Do you feel emotionally, psychologically?
I mean, I
Because-
I would say a certain aspect, in a certain level, I would say yes, because again, your parents left you at 3 years old.
Right.
Yeah.
Even though you were in a loving home
In a
with your
loving
family
home with
members,
your family members.
you still wanted your parents.
And there was a point where, when it was time for us to transition from Laguna to the capital, which is Port-au-Prince,
Port-au-Prince.
Okay.
at 11 years old, we transitioned from Laguna to Port-au-Prince from 11 to 17. I was in Port-au-Prince with my brother and sisters.
Okay.
So it was just us then. For like 6 years, it was
Okay.
just us. We didn't have no grandmother, no aunt with
Oh,
us.
really?
Yeah.
So it was your oldest,
It was
the
my
older
oldest
siblings that were
siblings
taking care of you.
us. So we had maids.
Wow.
Okay.
You know how Haiti is.
Yes.
You may not have a lot of money, but,
But
you
you
can
still-
have maids because that's how you help
That's right.
others.
That's right.
So we had 3
You had
different
your
maids.
chefs.
Yeah, we had 3 different maids. We had one for nights. We had one for that stayed during the day.
Okay.
And then, so basically, I was we had chauffeur to take us to school. So that's when I was in Port-au-Prince.
Okay.
So we had all that going on for us.
Right.
But at the same time, it was a lot. I was missing.
You're still missing.
I was just.
Do you feel like you were abandoned at all?
Maybe-
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, I would not say that because again, back then in Haiti, my siblings and I were somehow close.
Yeah, you were
Okay.
taking care of each
We were
other.
taking care of each other because then it was just us in
Yes.
this house in Port-au-Prince. Which back in Laguna, we had our mother, our grandmother,
grandmother,
we had our aunts from my mother's side, our aunts from my dad's side. So we had all these other people around
Right.
us. But Port-au-Prince it was a little bit different because it was just us in the
Yes.
household.
Right.
But yet the only time I can say I was a rebellious child.
Yeah.
Very.
I wonder
very,
why.
You're asking for attention.
Yes, that's it.
Very.
That's
Very.
it.
She said that
Very.
6 times.
Capital V.
Yes.
Okay.
So my grandmother and my aunt not even not a hair pull out of my body. My brothers and sisters, my older brother, I have scars.
Oh, my gosh.
In my body because of my older brothers.
Because he tried to get you in line.
They tried to get me online. There was time where all three of them, well, I had four brothers, only one, which is the third one. As a matter of fact, he used to pull me out of the other one's hand.
Oh, wow.
See, so I'm getting it. I'm giving it to her.
Yeah, because they used to give it to me. Like I said, I was very rebellious as a child.
You were acting out.
Yeah, I was because I had a boyfriend.
Oh,
early.
boy.
Yeah.
There was I wasn't acting out like where, oh my God, I was out in the street and
Right,
all
right.
this other stuff. I had a boyfriend too early.
Okay.
Obviously, your older brothers, they're not gonna want that for you.
Right.
So they don't want that for me.
Right.
That's not what I wanted for me.
Right.
I want what I wanted for me.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
You don't see anything else.
I didn't see anything else. So, but they see the whooping. So I was getting the whooping like every day.
Oh,
I was
boy.
getting the whooping.
Look, they were probably happy when you turned 17 and it was time for you all to move here. Because now your parents would take over.
Well, my last whooping that I got, my literally, they had to call my mom over the phone
Oh, my
Oh,
gosh.
wow.
from here for my mom to tell them, don't ever put their hands on me again. And ever since then, they never put their
They
hands on
stopped.
me.
So they let you do what you wanted to do?
They didn't let me, but I had stopped, obviously. I
Okay.
had stopped. I
Okay.
stopped to do the boyfriend thing that I was wanting to have. I had stopped having the boyfriend. I still had the boyfriend, but at that time, because they were so brutal with me,
Okay.
the way that they were, like I said, I have scars.
Right.
Like,
No.
they, one of them were kicking me,
Oh, my gosh.
and one of them had the outlets
They were whipping you.
whooping me.
Oh, my goodness, grief.
Like if I have scars in my body, it's because of my siblings. Again, there was their way of disciplining me.
Yeah.
Right.
I would say they didn't
Tough
know-
love.
Yeah, it was tough love.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I guess now being an adult that I have my own child,
I was going to say.
I will consider as an abuse.
Abuse.
Correct.
because, yeah, I spank my son. But even when I spank him, sometimes it hurts.
Of course,
me.
Yes,
of course.
you're
And
sorry
I,
for
I
it.
even tell him, I said, baby, when you do stuff, you don't listen to mommy, and I spank you, it hurts,
It hurts
me.
me. Good.
I don't show you that I'm crying, but I cry too.
Oh, he's
You
so
know?
cute.
Yeah, so because I don't want to have to pop
Right, but you have to listen to
You have to
mommy.
listen to mommy.
Yeah.
So so every time I have to speak him, it reminds me of what my brother used to do to me, which was 10 times what I did to
Right.
my son. So so I would say there will be that type of trauma
Yes, that's what I was about to
Right.
say.
that I would say that I had suffered
Mm-hmm.
from out of their hands.
Yeah, it stays with you.
Yeah, it stays with me. Like I said again, because every time I look at the scars,
You see it.
Yeah.
It lives
and they're not
inside of
small
you.
scars; they're like big scars.
Wow.
You know,
gosh.
again, a lot of parents in Haiti, there's their way of disciplining
Right.
their child.
That's the way. They're not
You know,
trying to
they're-
kill you.
They're not trying to kill you.
They want you to understand.
They really don't want to kill you.
Right.
But to them, that's just their way of course, whooping.
You need to hear me.
You need to hear me.
Mm-hmm.
That was the thing.
Right.
That was my brothers. We need to, look at me in the eyes.
Right,
He's
right.
spanking me, like, look at me. I'm like, I'm not looking at you. You're spanking me.
You're
I don't
hurting
want
me.
to you're hurting me. You want me to look at you? No, I'm not gonna look at you. So, but yeah. So there was my childhood in a nutshell.
Right. But so what's
but-
let me ask you this question.
Uh-huh.
With that being your childhood, and you made that comment about how sometimes you have to discipline your child by
Yeah.
spanking him. There's nothing wrong with spanking
Yeah.
a child. The way that you're raising your child and the way that you were raised, see, your child gets to be raised by his mother and father.
Correct.
What do you see as a difference for how he's being raised and how you were raised as a little girl?
It's scary because I've seen a lot of me and him. You know, they say you see a lot of your child in you.
Right.
Ooh, it's so scary.
Oh.
I've seen
your child.
so much of my rebellions.
Yeah.
And him.
him.
And he has his mother and the father in his home.
In his home, and it's again, my husband, he never got spanked.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Even his mom confirmed it for me.
She just spoke to him.
She just spoke to
Yeah,
him.
there's a lot of parents
Time out.
like that.
Dad.
Yep. Getting time out. That's
Before
it.
I had a relationship with his dad. Same thing. His dad told me he never.
Spanked him.
And I can see that in my husband.
He's spoiled.
My son,
Mm-hmm.
I see most of me in him not wanting to listen,
Listen.
as a child.
So what does your
And
husband
it
say about you
hurts.
spanking him?
Oh, he's all for it.
Oh, okay.
He's all for it. But now, when he was younger, as a matter of fact, when he's 5, and one thing that I regret, when he was like 2, I used to still spank him at 2, and now he's 5, I still spank him, and I'm like, at 2, I don't think I should have spanked him at 2.
He didn't know better.
But I did.
You wanted him to listen.
And at that time, my husband was spanking him.
Oh, okay.
And now it's the opposite. Now when my husband talked to him, tell him to be on his best behavior, so mommy won't spank him.
Right.
I spank him more than my husband.
Oh,
So
does.
you don't try to use the timeout chair instead of
I started this year.
Okay.
because okay,
I started this year
okay, good.
because I do not want to put my
Yeah.
hands on him no more.
Right.
Because sometimes they're acting out for a reason,
Yeah.
so we can't always, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And he does not like the timeout.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
that's a good punishment then.
Yeah, he does not
Take
like
things
he
away.
He wasn't one yesterday. He does not like it. He
Good.
does not
Keep
like
putting him in it.
He said, "Mommy, I don't like it. I don't like it."
Then you need to
no
follow
more."
Well, then you need to
directions.
behave.
To follow directions.
Yes.
You need
Yeah,
to
that
do
will work then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I do was now I put him on the wall and put your hands on the wall and against the wall, crying, stomping, do whatever you want to do until that 20 minutes go up. You're not gonna come up.
Look, at least he's not ingenue on rice.
Look, you're gonna have everybody calling us because
Yeah.
20 minutes is too long. He's 5. He's supposed to have 5.
I'm sorry. No.
It goes by the year.
Oh no. That's how it goes.
That's what they say.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that.
I didn't
Yeah.
even know. I gave him 20. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I
I didn't know there was a time
I didn't know
limit
there was
either.
a
Yeah.
time. For real?
Yeah.
Is that considered abuse though? By giving the 20?
That's not abuse.
don't
He's
know.
not being spanked or anything.
No, I just put him in
It's quiet time.
quiet.
Go
quiet.
stand over there.
I said go stand
Time
on
out.
his knee.
There you go. Oh, you brought the knees.
brought the knees
You
to
go.
He's on his knee.
Okay.
The
Well,
first
he's
time I
feeling
did it, which last week, I started last week, it
Mm-hmm.
was 20 minutes. And I realized, like you just said, I was like, oh, 20?
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. So I did the 20. And then yesterday, he did not behave properly yesterday. So yesterday
He went back.
Yeah,
Find things
went
that he
back.
likes and take it away.
I did.
Yes.
I'm doing them both.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, the day before yesterday, he goes, Mommy, am I still in punishment? Yes, you are. Because I take his tablet away. But just to, I see me and
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. But yours was different though.
Yes.
Honestly, it was because
Totally different
you
situation.
were without your mom and dad.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you were in a loving home, it's totally different.
Totally.
That's why I wanted to hear from you what the difference is. What do you see as being a difference as your son is being brought up by you and your husband, but you were raised by your grandmother and your
Aunts.
Your aunts. So it's a big, big difference.
Right.
But he's not going to have to go through that loss.
Correct.
The loss and the attention
He's
Correct.
being nurtured.
that you had to
Yes.
go through,
Yeah.
he's not going to go
No,
through that.
that
He's
is-
very fortunate.
Yeah, he is very fortunate. I'm so grateful. God chose me to be this little
man.
mother, and every day I'm learning so much from him.
Yes.
And I tell him that every day. I say, you know how much mommy is learning from you. Mommy is going with you.
That's right.
At my age, I'm going with you.
Mhm.
Yes.
And I still have a lot of growing up to do, and I'm doing this with you.
Absolutely.
That's nice.
There's no
And
book on it.
There's no book
Yes.
on it. And I've been longing for this for so long.
Yes.
And God finally decided that it was time.
Mm-hmm.
When I had decided that I didn't no longer want it,
That's when it usually happens.
I actually did by opening my mouth. In the middle of a table. I remember 5 years ago at my sister's house. I think it was Labor Day. Labor Day is in May, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Labor Day, my sister having a barbecue. You know how we have people around. The females in one
Yes,
table,
and
the
the men.
guys on the other table, all the girls sitting there talking.
Right.
And I remember vividly this conversation. We talking about having kids, and I remember I told the girls, I said, right now, as I'm sitting right now, if God decided to get me pregnant, I no longer want that child. He needs to take it.
Oh my.
Guess what?
What?
You were pregnant and didn't even know.
Oh my goodness.
No, I conceived that night.
Oh.
See? You made it happen.
Yep. You spoke it out into existence.
I conceived that night.
Wow.
And
It was
5
supposed
years
to
later,
happen.
He's here.
Yeah.
So I am learning.
Yes.
I am teaching.
Yes.
He's teaching me.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's so beautiful having
And it's a
child.
different
It's so
relationship
different
too, right?
relationship,
But do you
yeah.
understand the struggle then? What your parents had to
Your
do to
parents
come
just-
here
yeah.
to the States?
It made a
to
huge
leave
sacrifice.
you. They wanted the best for you, just like you want the best for that little
Yes.
boy.
Oh,
They would do anything, and they
Oh.
did. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't want what I didn't have for
Right,
him.
right, right,
Not
right.
like that.
Of course not.
At all. but I want the best.
Of course.
The very best for him.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, we can talk about this.
We
This is a
can. We
topic.
got to switch it up. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yes.
this is a
Yeah.
topic that actually we can speak on this for days and
Yeah.
days
Yeah.
on parenthood, on wanting, on
Nothing like it.
longing.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
you wanting that relationship so bad with your parents and
I
wanting
did.
to be in the home with them
Yes.
from a young child.
Yeah.
I'm just happy that you got a chance to experience it with
Yeah.
your own child.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
he's beautiful.
Turn around.
God is
What a
good.
beautiful little family you have.
Yes.
Thank you.
And stylish too. Let's
Oh
switch it
yeah,
up.
oh yeah.
Let's switch it up. Let's talk
switch-
about what's going on with styling with
That's
Violine.
right.
Look what you got on.
Oh my
Well-
gosh. Oh, you just, it's something you threw together?
Let's just throw it. He was just hanging out in the corner. It was collecting dust.
Well, I
So
want
figure,
that. I want that dust-filled dress
it's-
when you're done
it's-
with
It's
it.
all yours, girl. All yours. All yours. So yeah, I put a little thing together.
Okay.
I like to put little things together.
Yes. We're going to go through some pictures as we're
well,
talking.
yeah.
So they can see some of these
Why not?
things that you put together.
Let's do that.
But yeah, what got you
that.
into this fashion, into this style?
Well, it's another thing too. Growing up in Haiti, when I start to watch TV back then, and I used to see the models.
Yes,
you
beautiful,
know,
stand
here
tall.
in the States, stand tall, smile with your eyes,
Yes.
you
Long
know,
legs.
long legs. You know, pull your chin up.
That's right.
You know, put your hands on your hips.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, and my mom, another thing too. My mom, at 5 years old, I started wearing heels. Me and my sister.
At 5.
At 5.
Literally.
She beat us, Muriel.
Yes.
We were what, 7?
We were 7.
Yes, 5.
Oh, wow.
So ever since, you know, having seen the TV, seen the models, and I'm like, oh, I wanna be one of those girls.
Yes.
I'm like, and then when I realized that I was tall, and another thing, I got bullied on a lot about
Oh.
my I was skinny. They used
Yeah.
to call me broomstick.
Yes.
you-
I was
Slim.
very thin, slim, and tall, and long face, and I had hair. I had long hair.
Yes.
I had beautiful hair, and I damaged that, and now
That's okay. It's still beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, ladies.
Yeah, natural.
So,
gorgeous.
but yeah, so that started by seeing all this other, you know, all these beautiful models on TV, and which back home we might have had it, but I didn't have the exposure back home.
Okay.
That and when I started to have some type of exposure, I remember when I went my last school that I went my middle school in Haiti.
Okay.
And I don't know if you guys have heard of the Ben Garcia.
Uh-huh.
You know
Yes,
Garcia, right?
yes.
So I remember my school, the last school that I went to, there was a school that he went to. That's when his Ben started.
Oh, okay.
And that's how I kind of got myself into more of you know, the fashion, the music, and all that stuff.
Yes.
So I remember he auditioned me to be one of his dancers.
Oh, really?
Excuse me.
And all that has started. A lot of people don't know that, but I did started that. That's how I met him and knew him that way. But we were never friends,
Right.
anything like that.
Right.
But I knew him then.
Okay.
So that is one thing that had me within the industry, because the music, the fashion, all that kind of
Right, you
put
loved
my
it.
note together.
Together.
So that started back home with that, and then once I came to the city at 17, again I'm tall and skinny. I'm watching. I even applied. I remember back then. I remember Top Model with
Tyra Banks.
I even applied several times, but I didn't get the chance to even
Aw.
get a call.
My daughter
Your daughter
made it.
got it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
she got
did?
in.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Good. She deserved it.
Just
She
gorgeous girl, right?
Oh, she's
Yeah, she should
gorgeous.
keep that up, right?
Yeah, she should. So all that started, but it was just I just have this unique eye for beauty.
Yes.
And when I say beauty, all type of beauty.
Yes.
But mostly clothes.
Yes.
Wardrobe.
And you always look beautiful.
Always.
Thank you, ladies.
Always.
So,
You
you
always look
appreciate
nice.
it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I like how she pieced that together. Oh, I
Yeah.
like how she added that splash of color.
Right.
You know,
yeah,
it's perfect.
And then, speaking of colors, I was never one. I had one
too.
color that I liked
Yeah.
the most, and now like prints. I was always afraid of prints. Knowing that someone that loved fashion, I was afraid of prints. Now recently, I started to.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
beautiful.
ooh,
Me
it's
too.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I can play with that.
Right.
So all that started with that, and I just have a love for it.
And so, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So right now, back in 2013, since I joined Instagram and all other stuff. So I again, that's another thing with society. When you want to do something, and you know you can do it, but yet you're afraid of what others may think of you.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have to not think about
Right.
that.
And just do it.
Just do it.
last year, I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start my blog. So I started a blog.
Good for
my
you.
fashion blog.
Okay.
I started it last year. I started to do, very well with it. And then, beginning of this year, PM, something happened to me. I was like, I don't think I'm ready for this. And
Okay.
then something that happened, in my personal life, something had happened. So I had to take a
Some
back
time
seat,
off.
some time
Yeah.
off from the blogging. And I started again last month.
Okay.
So it's something that I want to do full time.
Okay.
And I started to implement where I would love to do personal styling with individuals that in need of it, and also I'm not an organized person, but when it comes to closet organizing,
Right.
You're good.
house organizing, I'm good at that.
Okay.
I'm very good at it.
I say
So,
go for it.
yeah.
Go for it
Yes.
full
Yeah.
time. Because a lot of times, and of course my sister knows, is that growing up,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes your parents will say, "Don't do that. You need to do this."
Yeah.
And a lot of Haitian parents,
Mhm.
because we're Haitian, so I can
Right.
say it,
Yeah.
is that they'll say, "Oh no, you need to be a doctor. You need to be
And the
this. You
kid
need to
doesn't
be
even
that."
want to do
Right.
that.
And you're forcing us to do something that we don't want to do.
Right.
That you didn't
know?
even do.
Right.
I wanted to be a.
You know, they didn't even do it.
because they wanted the best.
Of
and
course.
For them, they're looking at, well, you know what? If they become that, then they'll be okay.
Correct.
They'll be They'll be doing better than
Than
what
we
I
are.
Mm-hmm.
did.
And-
So you got to be careful with that. Just go for it.
Speaking of that, I went to school
Mm-hmm.
because I wanted to be an attorney.
See,
I
Look, that's
wonder
what I wanted
why.
to be.
Right.
I wanted to be an
Right.
attorney.
So went to school, got my associate,
Mm-hmm.
studied my bachelor.
Mm-hmm.
I started. I had a job at a law firm
Okay.
and working as a paralegal, and I remember in school they used to tell you that being a paralegal will force you to be an attorney because the attorney is going to treat you really, really bad.
Right.
And that's exactly
And
what
you
Yes.
experienced
I
it.
experienced it.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really bad. And it was my own people that were treating me very bad. And two different one of them that I got to work with, they were
Okay.
treating me really bad. Like I was the most incompetent person.
They were just
On
putting all
earth.
their aggression and whatever they
Yes.
were going through
Yeah.
out on you.
So I'm like, I'm not incompetent. You may have a better understanding than me on certain things, but if you're not willing to teach me for me to learn,
I'll
Right.
never know.
I would never know.
Mm-hmm.
And
We all gotta
you
start
have the
somewhere.
degree on the law,
Mm-hmm.
but you got to be able to, motivate your workers that want to be where you at.
Absolutely.
at,
Correct.
Instead of belittling them.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the right way.
That's
to
how
do
you
it.
lose employees.
That's how you lose
Mhm.
employees. So that's what happened. So he ended up losing me,
Mm-hmm.
and I went to the next one, which is two females. One of them was she was Haitian, the other was Jamaican
Mm-hmm.
attorneys, young one. As a matter of fact, I just found out they were way younger than me.
Mm.
A couple
Really?
years ago. Again, treat me the same way, very bad.
So you were like, is this an attorney thing?
Yeah. Oh no, that's what they told you in school, and that's exactly what happened. And I was like, oh, they made it really, really. I didn't think because it wasn't for me. They made it worse. The
Yeah.
fact that I feel like, okay, this is not for
This
me.
is not for
Right.
me.
So I went for property management.
Okay.
Property management. I didn't go ahead and
You just
go
decided to
through with
switch.
it. I
Switch
decided
it
to
up.
Switch it up because I was like, oh my God, that's the environment. Mm-mm. So, but yeah, so I've done property management
Okay.
for about 11 years, and then, like I said, now I feel like it's time for me to be on my own.
That's
to do what you
right.
To
love.
do what I
Yeah,
love.
be your own
Um,
boss.
Yeah, my Violin Corners and event where I
And
Absolutely.
These beautiful
yeah.
flowers
Thank
are
you so
compliments
much.
of Violin Corners. Sorry,
Corners.
creations. Creation
You
corners.
know what? Maybe I should change.
I know.
Every time we speak, you always mention
Creations.
that. Maybe I should revise that name. Creation. So yeah, but yeah. So that was my first baby. I birthed that years ago.
Right.
I started in my sister's backyard,
Wow.
and she, my family members and friends, they see the potential in me because I was always doing.
Always
Yeah.
decorating. Always.
Decorating my house. My friend and sister, they always come to my closet. Literally.
And go shopping in your
Go
closet.
shopping in my closet.
Muriel.
That's what I do to my sister.
Yeah. So all that, been happening, and then they all been, go at me, do it, Violin, do it. You can do
Right.
it.
Just step out on
Just
faith
You
step
and
stepped
just
out.
do it.
Yeah, so the very first table that I set up was for my sister, tea party for her birthday. I don't know what birthday was. It was like maybe 8 years ago. I don't remember what date, what birthday it was for her. And I set it up. It was
Beautiful.
beautiful. She had a tea party.
You do good
And
work.
then-
You even for
Yeah.
our event, we had a Compound Conversations event last year, and you did all the decorate. It was beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. It was all mine for you ladies. Anything you ladies want,
Yes.
I'm just gonna be just a knock away.
We're here too.
Just a knock away.
We just want you
Yeah.
to know that even if you fail,
Yes.
even if you fall, it doesn't matter. Just get back up and keep trying.
Yeah.
Because nothing is perfect.
No.
You're gonna fall.
And that's how you learn.
Right.
You're gonna fall. Like with us, we have no broadcasting experience.
Yeah,
We
it
just decided to step out on faith and do this show to help other people. Okay?
Have you
That's
been
what we
helping
wanted to
other
do.
people?
You know?
Have you guys been helping other people? As I told
Thank
you
you.
guys, in private, you just don't know the amount of, motivation, the amount
Thank
of inspiration you guys are putting out there.
Thank you
for
so
what
much.
you guys are doing in the community. And since the day I met you guys, it has been that for me and more.
Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Well, that's why we wanted you
Yeah,
here, to do a
yeah.
fun show.
Yes.
This is a fun show.
Yes, it has been
You
a
know?
fun
But the next
show
show is going to be a fashion one.
Yes.
Yes.
Even though we show some of these beautiful styles, but
yes.
next time
Yes.
Yes.
we want to see you, girl.
Next time,
Yes.
your audience needs to be ready because we're not gonna play with this fashion thing. It's gonna be fashion.
Yes.
That's right.
Okay. So be ready. So yes, we need to do that, ladies.
Oh yeah, it's
We
gonna
will.
happen.
Get that
We'll
together,
get a little
make it
help from
happen.
you with our Candid Closet.
Yes.
Yes.
Do
get in the
another fun
closet.
show.
Yes. Let's do this.
You also have something. You have another adventure that you just started as well
Well.
with the cleaning, the V&G.
Yes. Yes.
I'll whisper
My
that because I
husband
want
and
you to say it.
I know. V&G cleaning. So my husband and I, we always wanted to do something together. We will be doing more things together.
Okay.
But this is one of the things that that I wanted to start, with. Again, I quit my job, my
Okay.
corporate job.
You
I was
just
like,
went
okay,
all for it.
I
You went
just
head
up-
first.
I just went head
Yes.
first. Just deep. I don't even know how to swim. But
Girl, that's okay. You still floating though.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna swim my way out. I have to.
I can't wait to get to that point. Just jump in.
That's the thing. I always said, how do you do it? How do you do it? Financially, how do you do it? Emotionally, how do you do it? Physically, how
Yeah.
do you do it? I keep saying that to myself, but I can never. But I'm not happy where I'm at.
Right. So you
So
have
you
to
gotta
make a
keep
change.
pushing.
You have to make
You
a
gotta
change.
I have
keep-
to make
yes.
a change.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm still not happy so far with what's going, but I gotta keep pushing.
You still
have to.
It takes time to get me where
You
I
gotta
need
keep
to
going.
get.
As
Yes.
my dad
So-
used to always say, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Correct.
And it
Yeah.
wasn't.
So V&G cleaning, my husband and I, we started this little cleaning thing. So we
For
look
residential
into
and commercial.
Residential and commercial.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So right now we are marketing ourselves out there.
Okay.
We wanted to get more contracts.
Yes.
That's the goal, to get more contracts.
You will.
Yeah.
It takes time.
So we looking to do, the slogan behind our cleaning is Caribbean Island Cleaning Style.
And we already know
and
what
that's
that
super
means.
clean.
Oh.
We already know what that
That's too
means.
clean.
Yes.
That's like the military
It's
cleaning.
a white glove.
Look, that's like military cleaning. You're on
Like
your
my
knees.
grandmother said, I gotta see my teeth in that
Exactly.
spoon.
That's right.
Exactly.
I gotta see my teeth in that floor.
Yes.
You
That's the
know?
best cleaning.
So that's the best cleaning. And the thing for us is that we want, once you walk into your establishment, either your residential or your place of business, that smell
That's right.
will stay the longest smell.
Mm-hmm.
And we will come back again for another cleaning. We may not even have to even leave that, that island, because it's the first time it stay there. And longest, it stay there.
That's some good cleaning.
Yeah. So that's the goal for us.
Okay.
To live for our client.
We're
to
happy
live-
for you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
With everything that you're doing.
Mhm.
Thank you
You
so
know,
much.
being a
busy.
mama,
Oh.
being a mother to this beautiful little boy, a wife, starting your businesses. We
Yeah.
support you. If
Thank
there's
you
something
so
that we can
much.
do, please.
Yes.
Oh,
just-
ladies, I
just
appreciate
give us a
you
call.
guys so much.
We want to help. We want to encourage people, and we want the audience to know that no matter what it is, you can do it.
Oh, yeah.
You can do it. Don't let anyone tell you
You can't.
that you're not good enough or that you can't do it.
Yeah.
Get up, dust yourself off. You may fail, you may fall, but it doesn't matter.
doesn't matter.
Keep trying.
Yeah.
Until you're happy.
Yeah, because I've failed several times, you know, professionally. I have, you know.
Yeah, it's okay.
You know, corporate America, you know, I've failed so many times.
Yeah.
Yes.
And yeah, like you
But
said,
look
I
at your
may fail
story
within
now.
my business. You know, I'm just gonna get up.
Failure
I'm
causes
not gonna give up.
causes you to grow. It makes
Yeah,
you grow
yeah.
when you fail.
It makes
Just
me
keep
grow.
growing,
It
yes.
makes you grow. You learn. You know, you take notes
That's right.
for the next one that you may imply it within the next, you know, endeavor that you're gonna be doing.
Right.
You know.
Yes, and this is a
So-
message for the viewers.
Yes.
Never give up.
No.
Give up.
Never give up. Just because you fail, just because something doesn't go right with a certain business that you are doing, it doesn't mean that you're a failure.
Yeah,
Right.
and then one thing too that I would like to share with the audience is sometimes too, you know, we fail so many times, right? At at different point of our life, you know, from being a wife, from being a sister, from being a friend, and then all these things, you know, combobulate into our mind, into our living.
Everyday living.
And when it's time for us to step to the next step to do something for us, we're not completely there because we have
Right.
not left those things
Right.
behind.
You like
Yeah.
second guess it.
Yes.
Yes, you second guess it. So if you start holding on to those all the baggages or those heavy weights that you never forgive yourself of that happened then,
Right, it's true.
you're not gonna go fully into whatever's next.
Yes. I love that. It's true.
You know.
That is true.
And then some also too. I have a friend of mine. She always said, "I'm gonna wait on God. You know, I'm gonna wait till God tells me so." Yeah, that is true.
But you still have to make
Or
some
you still
type of
have to
movement.
make some movement.
Right.
You have to do it yourself. You
You
got to make
gotta
those
get
moves.
up and then you gotta meet Him halfway.
That's right. Don't put it all on
Don't
him.
put it all
you
on
have to
him.
do something
Yeah,
as well.
and then I tell her every day. I'm like, yeah, I'm not perfect. I'm not telling you this because I'm not waiting on God.
Like you're the
either.
smartest
But
person
I'm
in the
not-
world.
No, at
Yeah.
all.
But-
at all. But and I don't see where you're making the move.
You got to take action.
As a friend
Right.
of mine that I love and I would love for you to do better, I don't see you doing the move. All you do is, I'm waiting on God.
waiting on God.
Waiting on God. But He's waiting on you.
He's waiting on you.
I was just about to say.
That's right. He's waiting on you too.
He sure is.
Oh, I love
Really.
it.
Yeah.
We're going to have a candid minute
Yes.
with you. I
Yes.
want to know what inspires and motivates you.
Oh, this child of mine.
He's the joy, right?
This child of mine. Me as well.
Good.
Me. Him and me.
Yeah.
So sweet.
Like as I share with you guys about this other stuff, that I share, all that other stuff
Yes.
is my motivation. Because if I don't make the next step for those other things,
What about him?
what about him?
Absolutely.
You are the example for him. He shouldn't have to be watching TV to see his hero.
That's right.
That hero needs to start in the home.
Absolutely.
And for whatever, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. I had them late. I had them at 38
You're not
years
the
old.
only
That's
one.
okay.
So I'm like, okay, well, I kept looking at the time. I'm like, okay, I'm 44 now, right?
And
You look
and
beautiful.
beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. So I'm like, he's 5.
Yes.
I want to be able to see him
Yes.
at an age where since he was 2 years old, my husband and I, we've been teaching him how to be independent.
Yeah, you have to. That's good.
Yes.
We've been teaching him a lot of things, how to
Good.
be independent. And I always stress to him, Mommy and Daddy, right now I can say you're my only child. You have 2 older siblings from
Your hubby.
Dad's side, but Mommy and Daddy gonna need you to do stuff on your own.
Yes. You have to be independent.
You have
Yeah.
to be independent.
Right. And of
Because
course,
we-
you let them
Yeah.
know. We're always going to be here for you.
Yes.
But we want you to be independent
That's right.
in case something happens to
That's
us.
right.
Absolutely.
That's right. I always tell him that. And I stress it so hard to him. I'm like, we need you to do a lot of things by yourself at 5 years old.
Yes.
You can do it.
Oh, yeah.
And Mommy, I'm always going to be right there. I will
Yeah.
never be so far.
That's
Just
right.
keep praising
Never.
him. Praising, yeah.
Yes, I will never be too far from you. I may not be right by your side by the chair that you sit, but my heart connects with your heart.
That's right.
I remember when I had him, there was one thing I used to sing with him before I drop him off to daycare. I used to go like this. My heart belongs to your heart. Your heart
Belongs to
my heart. Mommy and you will be forever. together
Oh, how sweet.
and ever.
How sweet.
Till now, we
And
still
he says
do
it,
that.
and he
says
says
Keep it up, keep it up.
I
Yes,
love it.
Keep it up. So that's one thing that I make him, for him, I make him aware that
Yes.
don't ever forget that mommy never far
Always
away.
with
you. Right.
Always with you. So if these things that I'm teaching you is when I'm not that close,
But you'll remember it.
and then you remember them to live by them.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
I love it. We enjoyed our time with
I
you.
did as well.
The little tidbits, the little time that we shared. This was a really fun show.
No, it was.
I love all these beautiful outfits that we showed the audience, the
We
viewers.
love our
Thank you.
We
arrangements
love-
here.
Yes.
Yeah, it's one of the things that I love putting these things
So
together.
pretty.
Yep, I love putting this. I'm a
We see this lace.
We see it.
She added a little touch of lace, a little
yeah,
touch
it
of
has-
class.
It has to be feminine / masculine.
It's beautiful.
Because we have masculinity in us as females.
It's
so,
beautiful.
So anything that I do, I incorporate not just us.
Not
as
for the women, but for the men as well.
That's right.
Yes. So my goal is to one day having my pop-up shop as a florist.
Okay.
It'll
I'd love to
happen.
have that.
Just stick to
And
it.
within that, I have my designs.
You'll do it. You just got to stick to
so
it.
yeah.
Even if
And
things
have faith.
happen and it doesn't work and you slip a little bit or you're having a bad day, just continue it.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. How can the viewers contact you if they want to get in
Well,
contact with you?
My website now, unfortunately, is down.
Okay.
It will be coming back up soon. Which I used to have a website for my Violin's Corner event. .com. So that will coming back up soon. But
Okay.
right now, they can contact me through Instagram.
Okay.
I have 3 accounts. I have my blog. It's Viol Lovely _ That's my blog page on Instagram. And on Facebook, it's my name, Violine Mares-Marc. That's my personal page on Facebook.
Okay.
And my business on Facebook is Violin's Corner Event on Facebook. And then the cleaning business is
Wow.
V_G_cleaning.
Okay.
So that's for both for Instagram and Facebook.
Okay.
So my phone number is there. My email is there.
Good. They can contact you.
You can contact me
Anywhere, anytime.
Anywhere. I'm always available. Either DM me if you don't feel like calling me over the phone. I'm always on social media because of my businesses.
Yes.
I stay on social media because of that, because this is where I do most of my marketing for
Right.
right now. So I am there.
Good.
So they can contact me from there.
We love it.
Or to you guys, ladies.
That's
you
right.
ladies,
Of
they can
course.
contact me to you, ladies, if anyone needs my services.
That's right.
I am open 24 hours as far as my services.
24/7.
24/7. Yes, even though I'm a wife and a mother, gratefully, my husband is a great supporter within the business that I'm.
But this is your passion too.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
It is my
It's your
passion.
passion, so.
Definitely is my passion for sure.
Thank you
so
so much.
yeah.
We will have you
We
back for
appreciate
this
it.
fashion show.
That's
Yes,
right.
Can't wait. Can't wait. Yeah, but thank you so much, ladies,
are
for having
welcome.
me.
You're welcome.
You're
It was a
welcome.
pleasure. Had so much fun.
Yes, it was. Yes, we did.
So yes.
We thank you for joining us this evening. We truly appreciate your continued support. Please join us next Tuesday at 6 p.m. for another guest right here from our community. Violine shared her heartfelt journey with us. Sometimes it's hard to admit to ourselves and others that we may be struggling. Many of us are not okay and holding on to pain. We are just good at pretending. Thankful Violine was able to push past the dark days and become the successful woman she is today. In closing, allow yourself to be vulnerable and talk about it. It's okay not to be okay. There is light at the end of the tunnel if you are willing to take just one step each day. We are real sisters, sharing real stories within our community. We thank you for tuning in to Let's Talk About It, the Candid Conversation Show.
Go. Let's go.
Come on, let's have a candid conversation.